Hey guys, Cameron here with the Outdoor Layman channel. Got something new for you today I wanted to show off. It's the Laserspeed M6TR, which is the new variant of the original M6 version. So this is a laser aiming module produced in China by, like I said, the company Laserspeed. And this is brand new to market. I don't know how many people have these yet, but I wanted to go over my first impressions of it and give you some initial thoughts, and then maybe at the end of the video I'll have some comparisons. I have a bunch of lasers out here today with my buddy, so we'll get to see what they all look like compared to each other. But just jumping right into it, like I said, this is the Laserspeed M6TR. It is a full power edge emitting laser. It has different modes on it. The modes that you can click through are visible low, uh, IR laser low, IR illuminator low, and then combination low. And then you can go into the high settings for a high IR laser, high IR illuminator, and then a high combo. There are two blank settings on the far left for what I believe to be a integrated flashlight in the future. So I think those will be visible plus white light and then just white light. There is a visible high setting that you can activate on this laser as well if you need that. I typically don't need those. I usually enjoy the lower power setting for doing a zeroing, but if you want to activate that, you just got to do a triple click and the high power visible laser will come on while you're on the visible low mode on the selector. So those are the modes. It does have a crane switch in the back, which is one of the big upgrades from the previous version and something that was highly requested. So these should work with all your Unity buttons, your axons, your taps, your PEC switches, anything that has a crane should theoretically work with this. If it actually does, that's up in the air. I will say, full disclosure, this is my second unit. The first one, I was having issues with the crane port on the back, but as far as I can tell, I'm the only person so far who's had that sort of extensive issue with the crane port. And like I said, mine was extensive. The original switch it comes with was not working with it either. So it wasn't just like an aftermarket switch thing. But I did get a replacement unit. Going over just initial impressions of the build quality and ergonomics. Really nice. This is an all metal housing, and the knobs on the back are pretty tactile, as well as the zeroing turrets are very tactile. I don't anticipate any issues with those. They're recessed in there as well for extra security. The illuminator diffuser knob is really, it feels high quality. It's not wiggling or anything. So I don't anticipate many issues there. The form factor is great. It's super tiny. It's like NGOL size. The fire button is in a great spot. I have it on my 11.5 AR-15 here, and I don't even need a tape switch for it. So I can just come up and activate it with my thumb, which I prefer to do that anyway most of the time. So some initial impressions in terms of negatives, I will say a couple of things that could be issues down the line. I don't know. This is just my personal opinion and what I'm seeing. The selector knob here, it doesn't give me a ton of confidence. It does feel a little wiggly, a little cheap. Like if you banged it on something, it would fly off. Again, I haven't run into that yet, but I haven't really run this thing at all yet. So that's just something to think about. The rubber cap here isn't the best. That's a little nitpicky. It's not super important. A lot of people probably just take it off anyway. Oh, one thing I did want to mention, I don't like the selector switch either for the ergonomics. It's kind of awkward to fool around with it when it gets so close to your rail here. You definitely need to kind of do it two-handed. You're not going to be able to just do it with your thumb like that. You have to kind of come off the rifle and fiddle with it. Last item I'm not a fan of is these back panels here. These screws in the back that hold the selector knobs, they don't look particularly like epoxied in or anything. They kind of just look screwed in, and you can definitely use a tool to make those come loose, like an Allen wrench or an Allen key if you stick it in there. So I don't know if that's going to hold up to recoil and like the screws will come loose on their own. We'll see. But again, that's just a quick overview. This comes in at 900, or pardon me, it comes in at I think $1,089 retail. So definitely not cheap, but you're still going to be beating like your DIRVs, your PECs, your malls and galls, all that. So it's a good price point, and if it pans out, I think it'll be the best unit on the market as of right now. So hopefully we'll roll some footage at the end comparing the illuminator and IR pointer so you can get an idea of how it compares to other units. But just want to get this video out so you can have a little bit more of an informed opinion before you decide to purchase this unit.